Lin Shantian was also very surprised by watching that triple Dan and said, I do not believe it. Give it to me. He was thinking that this is impossible. He said to Qin Nan, I have been learning alchemy since I was child. I learned from Master Dan, and now I can only make a middle-class Dan. And you are even an alchemist. How is it possible for you to make a high-class Dan? You must be cheating. Then Qin Nan replied to Lin Shantian that you should believe what you see, you are trash. Well, if you do not believe me, I can make another one. Then you will be completely satisfied. Qin Nan was thinking that I do not have a proper control over the heating during last time. I will do even better if they give me another chance. Then Qin Nan said to Chong Wan, there is still some time left, and the Dan I made had some flaws. Do you mind if I do it again? Then Chong replied to him that of course, you can use all of the ingredients for free. Lin Shantian said to Qin Nan, I will watch you closely this time. Qin Nan was thinking that after the first two try I am very familiar with the ingredients, inner chi and fire control. This time I can do it even faster than before. Then he controlled the fire in his hands. And he said, concentrate, make all ingredients become one. Then after a few minutes a new successful triple Dan was made. Lin Shantian was very surprised by watching that Qin Nan again made a perfect Dan. He said to everyone, Nova way. Lin Shantian put the Dan. In addition said, what? Perfect Dan. Ridiculous. Perfect Dan. Lin Shantian began thinking the teacher once told me that alchemist pursues perfection in all aspects, form material to control fire. But it is extremely difficult to achieve perfection. There are so many senior alchemists in the world who can only achieve 90% quality in their lifetime. But anyone who is able to make a perfect Dan, I truly talented alchemist. Lin Shantian said that cannot be true. That trash cultivation was destroyed a few days ago and now he turns into a talented alchemist. That is nonsense. He must have some trick up his sleeve. I am a martial artist in level 3 of body training and grade 10 alchemist. I would not let this trash cut my limbs. I am going to kill him. Then Lin Shantian clenched his fists and said to Qin Nan, just die. You trash. Qin Nan said to him, you are an idiot kid. Then Chong Wan said to Lin Shantian, how dare you want to make chaos at the best alchemist place in Sword City. Then she moved forward and attacked at Lin Shantian. There was bleeding from the mouth of the Shantian. He was thinking that this Chong Wan is stronger than me. I thought she was only a ordinary lady. Then Qin Nan moved forward and said to Lin Tian that you just lost 50,000 yuan and your 4 limbs. As well as the 500,000 yuan for Lady Chong Wan, you are not regretting it, right? Then Lin Tian said to Qin Nan, I will give you. Please just do not cut off my limbs. I will give you 100,000 yuan. Then Lin Tian gave the property pages to Qin Nan. Then Qin Nan asked to him, is this all your limbs are worth? That is not too much. Then Lin Tian came in anger and said, do not cross the line. You dare to insult me. I have the whole Lin family on my side. You and your family will suffer if you mess with us again. Then Qin Nan replied to him that what a pity. Threatening me is the last thing you should do right now. Then he put his foot on the body of Lin and almost broke his leg and also an arm. Then he said to Lin Tian, I am a merciful person. I am going to give you another chance. You have 1 leg 1 arm left, do you want to keep them? Then Lin Shantian took out the 50,000 yuan. You can have it all but please spare me. Then Qin Nan took the yuan and said to Lin Tian, that is so generous of you. But what made you think I would spare you? Then Qin Nan broke his another leg and arm, and said to him, like you said, you have the whole Lin family on your side, I would not spare you since you messed with my family. Lin Tian said to him, you are so cruel. You will suffer from a horrible death. As long as I live, I will kill you. Then Qin Nan kicked Lin Tian and threw him down from the window. Chong Wan began thinking that Qin Nan will be a great person in the future. He will be a great help to me if I can recruit him into my sword business alliance. Then Chu Kai came near to Qin Nan, said to him, I am sorry if I offended you in the past. Please take these 3 medicines as a token of my apology. I sincerely hope that you can forget about the past. Qin Nan said to him, no problem. Then Chong Wan said to Qin Nan, good. In order to make friend with a young talented like you, I would like to make you a special offer on behalf of the Sword Business Alliance. Whenever you need to buy medicine, In the future, you will get a 30% discount. Chin Nan said to her, "Thank you lady, there is saying that says, no pain no gain. I feel guilty for having such an amazing offer. You can just be honest if you need my help, I will try my best." Chong Wan said to Chin Nan, "You are such a smart boy. Surely you know that cooperation is the only way to achieve a win-to-win situation. I only have a small request. I hope that you can join our sword business alliance as an alchemist." Chin Nan said to her, "The sword business alliance has almost all the medicinal resources in City Sword, and is one of the most influential business alliances. I wonder why you want me to join your alliance." Chong Wan said to him that I guess it is not common knowledge, but we are not the only business alliance in the Sword City. There is another one, the Youth Alliance. They manage the weapon and equipment resources in Sword City. Has been compete for many years. They have close ties to the Lin family, and have the full support of the Lin family. In this Sword City, the quality of the dans in the market is very low. If you could make a batch of middle class dan or high class dan and sell it in the Sword City market, you will shake the Sword City market, and would help me a lot in our fight against the Youth Alliance. Then Chin Nan asked to Chong Wan that, "So you want me to use my abilities to help the Sword Business Alliance take down the Youth Alliance and gain control of the Sword City market, right?" Then she replied to him that, "Yes, you are correct. Aside from that, you need to work with Business Alliance if you want to grow the Chin family. Lin family is already booming with the help of the Youth Alliance. I promise that you will have my full support if you join us." Then Chin Nan said to her, "I will join." He began thinking that the Chin family development will need of resources. It would be great if I can work with the Sword Business Alliance. Chong Wan said to Chin Nan that martial artists have a great demand for healing dan. How about you make a batch of heal dan? They will be worth a fortune and greatly benefits our reputation, as long as they are of good quality. Then Chu Kai said to Lady Chong Wan, "Young Master Chin still do not have the emblem as an alchemist. The dan he makes would not be allowed to be sold inside the Sword City." Then Chong Wan replied to him that, "Do not worry about that. Young Master Chin is very talented and it is going to be easy for him to get an alchemist emblem." Then Chin Nan said to the lady, "Well, thanks you for your gifts. Take it." Chin was thinking that it is a good opportunity for me to try storage ring. Now I have all the ingredients to make a dan for father. He said to lady, "I will see you tomorrow." Then he went to home for making medicine for his father. Chu Kai came near to Chong Wan and said to her that Chin Nan is a talented alchemist. "But I heard that his cultivation is crippled, and I am afraid he would not be much help." Then Chong Wan replied to him that it is impossible for someone to do alchemy if his cultivation is crippled. As far as I can see, Master Chin cultivation already at level 5 of body training. With his talent in alchemy, he has a bright future. I guess things will change in the Sword City." Then Chin Nan moved toward his house and he sat in the room with the furnace. He was thinking that what can cure father internal injuries is the level 3 marrow dan. I have only successfully refined a level 1 dan before. I do not know if I will succeed on my first try. Then he used his technique and said that it is recorded in Master Dan methods alchemy can be divided into 3 levels: essence, essence blood, essence chi and essence spirit. I am in the still realm of body training, and there is essence spirit. It can only be possessed by an immortal. I can only make the dan with my essence blood. Then there was burst in the furnace. Chin Nan said all the medicine are now become liquid. This iced best time to mix it with my essence blood. Then he finally succeeded in making the medicine. He made a dan and said, "Form what I can see. It is a middle class dan, but it is enough to cure father internal injuries. Father will be surprised when I give him his dan." Then he came toward his father room and said to him, "Father, I made this dan for you. Father will continue to be the head of the Chin family. Take it." Then his father asked to him that, "Did you make this yourself? When did you learn alchemy?" Then Chin Nan replied to his father that, "Do not ask about the details. Father should consume it now." Then Chin Nan father asked to him that, "Did your cultivation has been destroyed, and even now you know how to refine dan? If you keep up like this, you will becomes a great reason in the future." Chin Nan said to his father, "You should consume that dan first." Then his father consumed the dan. He began thinking that this Dan is so pure. I feel a stream of warmth through my body, and meridians are connected. Then Chin Nan looked at his father and said the Dan is taking effect. Father cultivation should be restored. Father injury is about to be cured and everything will be back to normal. All I have to do now is to avenge all those who caused my family humiliation. While on other hand a servant was running toward the master of the Lin family, and said to him, Master, something big happened.